Alright, good morning all you fabulous people. We're going to give this a try again because I recorded the first time with no audio and uploaded it and didn't realize I didn't have no audio. So thanks Josh and thanks another guy that commented that there was no audio. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, TCGPlayer sale. Mayhem 10% off all or 10% store credit off all products. Things are flying off the shelves, I will say that. I have a TCGPlayer store, and I've already had 6 big sales since an hour ago when this whole sale started. So things are going to move very rapidly, and because of that, I don't expect this market video to last the weekend like most of mine do. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, Fyendal's collection still got a code JCH for a month of premium. Thank you all for your 239 subs, and we'll get into this kind of rapid fire market update. First off, Sonata Galaxia, I can't pronounce that. The non-foil has pretty much disappeared from under $5, and there was a lot under $5 for a while. Non-foil is about $10. The rainbow foil is about $13 to $15. Card seems pretty good. Heavy hitters expansion slot, so it still probably can go up. We'll see. Fog Down is being bought because of the new Enigma boots. The non-foil is about, for a playset, is $1.80 and quickly going up to like $3, $4 for a playset. The rainbow foil is $10 per one, basically. So keep an eye on that. I do think this is probably a little bit inflated. Hey, but maybe you'll have some rainbow foils on hand in your binders or whatever that maybe you can sell. The Gaze the Ages rainbow foils are too cheap right now. These are Gaze the Ages in general is being bought off of the Blaze hype of the new Blaze hero for the summer convention promo. There's like a playset of rainbow foils for under or 15-ish, and then it goes to unlimited normal at $20. So pick up these rainbow foils before the near mint. I do think the non-foils probably come down. The rainbow foils are probably a steal. Nerf Scalpel Cold Foil is up to $110. There's only 2 on the market. These probably come back a little bit cheaper. Last sold was $42, so keep your eye on these. These are just extremely hard to pull, so the inventory is very low. Herald of Triumph Red non-foil EA from Dusk Till Dawn. These were about 1 per box of the EA Angels. And the red Herald of Triumph is being played in New Prism. It's one of the better cards in the deck. And is pretty much, you're running a full cycle of these. These are pretty rare because there is also like, I think there's 12 to 15 other heralds because each herald has its full cycle of colors in the EA non-foil. So $8, this card is going up. These were at like $3 or under $5 not too long ago. Diadem Cold Foil, $60 for the cold foil. I think this is a pretty fair price. This card has been pretty depreciated for a while. This will probably be used in maybe used in regular Enigma, but for sure in Enigma New Moon, the new alternate hero in the gold packs. The card's also great. It's an extended art when it comes to cold foil. Rainbow Foil Stormstriders, the damage copy we mentioned the other day was bought, and they're back up to $73. I do think $73 for the Rainbow Foil at near mint is a good price, or a fair price, let's call it that. Wizard loves this. It is Wizard's reason to basically play Wizard. Allows them to do a lot of their shenanigans. It also has Arcane Barrier, which could come handy in the All Arcane set coming up. Surgical Extraction is going up about $19 for the non-foil copy. This is going to be great and new, and it's Assassin staple. I don't think there's an Assassin currently that you don't run this in, other than Arachne Solitary Confinement, but not very many people play Blitz, so that really doesn't affect it. Redback Shroud EA, the cold foil, this has been bought, the last sold were like 220-ish, 25, it's up to 300. These are very hard to pull, also has waifu tax on it. This will also be used in new, I can almost guarantee it, and is one of the harder cards to pull of Outsiders. So, 300, it probably comes down a little bit, but 300 is pretty high for that. Vamprace Rainbow Foil continues to creep up. This is for Enigma, or to use against Enigma, and New Prism to prevent their wards a little bit further. The Rainbow Foil is slowly ticking up. It's about $23, but the Cold Foil jumped to $60, $65, and there's only one on the market here. Then it goes to $70, and then to $85. So there's very quickly running out of stock of the Cold Foil. So if you want it at the Cold Foil, $65 I think is a pretty good deal. So keep your eye on that. Flick Knives Cold Foil bumped up to $75. This is pretty much being used in every Assassin. Probably will be used in new as well. Tyler at Righteous Gaming's got 2, so go ahead and pick those up if you want them. $75 I think is about the most I would pay for it, but it's also from Outsiders and it's Cold Foil, so it's harder to pull. Roar the Tiger, the Rainbow Foils are too cheap right now because the near mint regulars are pretty much gone from the market below the Rainbow Foils. So Rainbow Foils for $11, pretty good deal right now, considering the non-foils have been bought up below that. Phantasmal Footsteps went up, which I find interesting because after the Enigma announcement of her footwear with his like mystic pathway, and will pretty much be her only footsteps for Enigma. I don't think she uses Phantasmal Footsteps, but 147 for this I think is a little high right now. Probably comes down, but if you're looking for Prism or potentially another Illusionist down the road, these are probably the footsteps you're going to use. Spectral Shield, the Rainbow Foil from Everfest is about $1. They've been selling at about $4, so just keep your eye on those. War Machine Rainbow Foil, there's like 2 play sets here that are under a non-foil copy of Rainbow Foils, so I would go ahead and pick these up if you're interested in Teklevossen or Mechanologist with Evos. Rouse the Ancients, is too cheap in my opinion. This card is always hovering around $10. There's some Rainbow Foils here under $10, but there's a whole play set of non-foils for or 2 play sets of non-foils for like $15, which is really good because this card is also generic. This is mainly used in Guardian, but I could see this being used in Brute or Illusionist in the future. So keep your eye on that. Spider's Bite Cold Foil. This is the one from Dynasty. About $1 for this. Seems pretty good. Phantom Tide Moth, the non-foil, is back down to $30. It spiked to $50. And even had the Rainbow Foil up to about $50 as well. Rainbow Foil sold at nearly $60. So the stock has been replenished a little bit. I think you hold off on the Rainbow Foil, but I think the non-foil, this is going to be an Enigma staple. I don't think how you don't run a full 3 with this card because it's just so good. For Enigma anyway. So just keep your eye out on that. Crater Fist Crucible of War Rainbow Foil. I think this card is too cheap because especially for a budget option, $14 for a card that is pretty rare. I think it's short printed in crew and also rivals the power level of Gauntlets of Iron Will. The only thing is I think it's more catered towards Bravo with crush effects. So I think $14 for a Rainbow Foil from Crucible of War is pretty good. Victor Goldmane, the Cold Foil Marvel, is at one already sold. When I first did the video, it was $175 this morning. I still think $180 for this is pretty good. It's continued to going down. Last solds were about $200, so keep your eye on this. Only one left, and then it goes back to $200. Olympia Marvel as well. 145. Last sold were about 200, but that was over a month ago. So 145 I think is a fair price. To be determined if it goes up based off of his Visit the Golden Anvil card. I think this Marvel is also kind of special. I like it. It's got the gladiator kind of background, arena. I just like it. I fell in love with this card. Flamescale Furnace Cold Foil is under $100. Get it from Righteous Gaming. Tyler, highly recommend him as a buyer or a seller. But this card is not going to stay on the sidelines forever. This is people purging their stuff from Dromai. This card is still being used in Phi and Emperor. So if Phi gets any more any support, and come skirmish season, this will probably go up. Scowling Flesh Bag, the rainbow foil is $50. I think this is a fair price for pickup. One sold this morning for $51, but the last couple sold were about $58. So if you need a Scowling Flesh Bag, go ahead and grab this. Widespread Ruin came... Oh, it was down. I'm going to... These are back up to $70. I think they were a fair price at like $48 to $50. So this is back up. Evo Steel Soul Marvel Controller. This is back down to $52. One was sold to $60. These are pretty much being used in all the Bright Lights Mechanologists, so just keep an eye on these. If you need one, I think this is probably a fair price. It probably goes back up here shortly, so watch out for that. Shiana Rainbow Foil is the cheapest it's ever been, or ever I've seen it, at $44. She's starting to get more and more nasty with Blitz because she gets all these specializations from new heroes. I think she's starting to become a menace in Blitz, so watch out. $44 for a Crew Legendary, which is our 1 and 2 case hit, is also a really good price. So I'd pick up your Shianas now. I don't think she gets much cheaper. I don't think she's just being ignored because she's a Blitz hero. Anyway, Carrying a Husk Cold Foil is too cheap at $133. This is probably the shadow chess piece for the foreseeable future. This card just nuts. It blocks CNC. And it also just does a lot of stuff that you want as a shadow hero. And 133 is too cheap. These are about, for Monarch, a legendary is 1 per case basically, but the Coalition for first edition seems weird. So 133 I think is a good pickup for this. Luminaris Luminaris Angel's Glow Psych. The $35 for this seems about the right price. I'd start buying the cold foils. They are pretty darn rare and heavy hitters. I opened like 7 cases and I didn't even see a non-foil, let alone a cold foil. So these are pretty rare. And it is the premier weapon for new Prism at the moment. And last but not least, Crown of Dominion Rainbow Foil at $40 for generic headpiece legendary from Dynasty, no less, is pretty good. This card enables you basically a new playstyle. It gives you Royal as well as a gold token, so it opens you up to a new card pool. This card is kind of crazy, and $40 for it seems fair. Anyway, have a fantastic Friday. Hope you guys get some good TCGPlayer sales or store credit. And use code JCH at Fyendal's Collection for a free month of premium. And thank you all for your continued support and subs. Thank you. Bye.